Hello and welcome to 10 Minutes of Motivation. I'm your host, my name's Dave Harradine, and this is episode 1, as I say. So, the idea of this podcast is that we take 10 minutes out of our day to move around, to have some movement in us, so that we're not constantly sitting. Human beings aren't designed to just sit all day, so we're going to, while you're listening to this, I'm hoping that you're walking around or you're doing some form of movement. Maybe you're doing the washing up, maybe you're taking the dog for a walk, whatever it is, but just make sure that you're moving. It doesn't have to be strenuous, just make sure that you're walking or that you're moving around, getting the blood flowing. Your body will thank you. So that's the overall idea of this podcast. We will go through very, very broad spectrum of topics over the episodes, I suppose. If you've got any questions or you've got anything you want me to cover, just let me know. Links for Instagram and Twitter and stuff will be in the description and things. I'll also probably shout them out at the end of the show. So today's topic that we're going to start about is quite ironic actually. It's just getting started. So when you first decide that you want to do something, be it the gym, be it painting, anything, could be absolutely anything. You have an idea, or you see something maybe, and you go, "That's really cool. I want to do that." And then you go, "But where do I start?" Well, the main idea of anything is to just get started. So we'll take the gym for example. I know people that are like, I really want to go to the gym, but I get scared when I go to walk in the gym, or I don't know anybody that goes there, so I don't want to go on my own or what have you. Could be absolutely anything, but the main thing is to just get started, because if you get started, that will then pick you up, and you'll realise that it's not as hard as it seems once you've just started something. So for me, when I first started the gym, I was like, I don't want to go on my own. I don't want to be that guy that turns up to the gym on his own, runs on a treadmill for half an hour and goes home because I don't know what I'm doing. But I got started, so I walked into the gym, I bought my membership, and I was like, cool, let's go to the gym. Admittedly, when I first signed up, I did sign up with a friend, so it does always help to have somebody else to go with or to do stuff with, because then you feel a little bit more accountable, because they are also, signing up or spending money or spending time or whatever it is. They're doing it with you. So I signed up to the gym with a friend of mine, but we didn't go straight away. We signed up and then we were like, let's give it a couple of days. But I went that night because I was like, well, I've signed up now. I want to use my gym membership. So I went on my own, and it was pretty scary, pretty daunting. I walked into the gym, and I suppose it was quite busy. It was a really, really, really small gym, and it was quite busy. So I felt a little bit intimidated, and I was like, what do I do? So I literally walked in, I went on some machines, and I went on a treadmill, and then I went home. And then as I went more and more, I learnt what to do. I spoke to people, and now I can walk into the gym and just be like, what up, let's go and F stuff up. So that's the main overall message, is to just get started. It's whatever you've been putting off. So say you want to be a painter or you want to be an artist, and you're like, I want to do it, but I can't be bothered. Or you want to start a podcast, and you're like, I want to do it, but I can't be bothered to find the time. Just get started. Pick a day, set yourself to it, hold yourself accountable to it, and just do it. It really doesn't take a lot to just do it. Because as soon as you realise that no one's going to do it for you, that's when you realise, I've got to do it myself. And you realise that it is going to take a little bit of work on your part, but it's probably, at the end of the day, it's going to be worth it, because it's something that you want to do. And if it doesn't pan out, so say for instance I do, 40 of these podcasts, and I get 5 downloads, or no downloads, and I'm like, well, okay, so it hasn't panned out like just yet, or what have you, then it's just going to be a case of, well, that's fine, but do I enjoy doing it? And if I enjoy doing it and I enjoy talking to a microphone in my bedroom, looking at my computer screen, then I'll continue to do it. I'll carry on doing it. But if I don't, then I'll stop. If I'm thinking, do you know what, it's causing me too much hassle, too much stress, like I don't enjoy doing it, then I'll stop. Because at the end of the day, we're on this planet for quite a short time, and to do things that don't make us happy and don't fulfill us, it's a bit pointless, isn't it, really? Because, yeah, you might as well just live your life to the fullest. So, today's message is to just get started. Just start doing it. Forget what anyone else thinks, and, if you can have someone else that will do it with you and that is interested, or maybe they're not interested, but, they're invested in you and they want to see you happy, and they'll join in with you, great. Get them to start it with you, because who I signed up to the gym with, I don't even gym with anymore. I don't even know if he gyms. We've now moved on to different places, and I very rarely speak to him. Which reminds me, I probably should reach out and message him. There's another message for today. If you've got someone that you haven't messaged in a long while, and you're thinking, I wonder how they're doing, give them a message. Once you finish this podcast, give them a call, give them a text, Facebook them, WhatsApp them, whatever. Just make sure that, just say hi, just get started. So I think that's pretty much going to be today's message, or today's podcast, sorry, not today's message. It is podcast number 1, so any feedback and any overall messages you've got for me, or any tips, tricks, advice, whatever, hit me up in a DM on Instagram or Twitter, or I don't have an email for this show yet, so that's probably your best way to get me. Instagram is at Dave_Harradine, and the Twitter is pretty much the same thing, I think. I think it's at Dave, might be at Dave space Harradine, or at Dave_Harradine. I will let you know very shortly, as I am loading Twitter up on my phone right now. And yeah, like I say, anything, as long as it's constructive, I'll be happy with it. There we go. Twitter is at Dave Harradine, no spaces, so at DAVE, capital HARRADINE, will also probably be linked in the show notes as well. So yeah, have an absolutely fantastic day. Keep yourself cool if it is really hot where you are, like it is really hot where I am. Or keep yourself dry if it's rainy, or have a smile on your face, smile at a stranger, make someone's day, be happy, be great people. Love you lots, catch you soon, peace.